What's up, guys? Welcome to the M2M Academy charting course. My name is Quentin B. Smith, of course. Today I'm going to be showing you how to chart because this is one of the most crucial things if you're going to be in any market, whether it's stocks, forex, options, futures. You're going to need to know how to read the charts, right? They all have charts. And the cool thing about charts is that they all work the same. In today's example, I'm going to be showing you using forex, for example, but all of this stuff applies to all of trading. Okay, so if you're looking at Twitter or you're looking at Amazon on the regular stock market or you're looking at commodities, it doesn't matter. This is how it goes. Okay, so let's head over to our best friend, which is TradingView.com. If you don't have TradingView.com, make sure you get one. The link is in the description below. You just click it. It's really simple. I have the paid version, which is really nice, but you don't need the paid version. Like, you can really do great without the paid. Reason I have paid is because I like to pop these indicators on and off. But for right now, I'm going to turn them all off because when we're charting, we're not so concerned about indicators, okay? I'm actually going to turn them all off, and I'll show you what you need. Okay, so today I'm going to show you using the Australian dollar to US dollar because this is one that I actually need to do, and I figured it was a great opportunity for you guys to learn. So off the top, we like to chart from higher time frames down. So I don't go all the way out here to 1 month, but I do start with 1 week. So we'll change our chart to 1 week, and you can see when you go here, man, it takes it all the way back to 1996. Some of you guys are going to see 94. Like, it takes you way back, okay? I was barely around back here, so none of that stuff is relevant, right? But the only thing we are looking for are the areas of support and resistance. So if you've been through our Forex course, hopefully you got the entire M2M Academy. In the Forex course, we talk about support and resistance, and we talk about it so much is because it's the number one thing that shows you where the price is headed. Okay, if you don't know the support and resistance levels, you will have no idea where the price is about to go. Okay, now there are ways to trade without it, but once you get over that, and that way is using the straddle strategy or the double top strategy. Both of those are the same thing, which we talked about in the Forex course. Okay, you can trade without support and resistance, but you will do so much better if you learn how to chart this way. So let's get right into it. Okay. So what we're looking for is areas around here, right? This is still plenty of time. 2015 through 2019. I mean, wow, that's a lot of time. But what we're gonna do off the top is just find these points where we find that the price had a hard time getting through. Okay. So, and we do this from top to bottom. So I'm going to start scanning from up here and work my way down the chart, top to bottom. And we also start from the highest time frames and work our way down from week to day to 4 hour to 1 hour. We don't go past 1 hour, okay? So those are the basics of charting, all right? We're going to work our way down. Now, off the top, and this is a real example, so I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to use this chart this week to trade. So here's what I see, okay? I'm looking for areas where the price was going up and it decided, hey, I want to turn around now, okay? Or it was going down and it decided, hey, I'm just going to turn around now, oh, I'm going to go up now, I changed my mind. These are areas of indecision, okay? And that's what we're looking for because the past repeats itself. So back here, I see that the price hit, for some reason, it went this high and turned around. I don't know why, doesn't matter why, okay? But I do know that this is an area that is really troublesome for the price. So right here, you see some indecision. Right here, you see indecision. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Right here, it touched this price and went back up. For some reason, it went down here, touched this area again, and went back down. So I'm going to draw this line here. Now, because we're on the 1 week, this doesn't have to be like super precise, right? In fact, I'm going to draw it down here because I want it to be relevant for this time. These two. It hit this level, and it just didn't break through. Over here, it dropped down this low and didn't break through. Right here, let's zoom in a little bit. it had a lot of indecision right here. Okay, so now we're starting to make our way in, and I'm going to draw one more line down here where we've been having a bunch of trouble as well. So these, when you're out on the weekly, they don't have to be as perfect. We know the weekly is like, that's a super long time. But I see this area right here where it was coming down, had some trouble, went down more, came up, had some trouble, went down again. It just changed its mind in this area. Right here, it changed its mind. Right here, it changed its mind. Right here, just a lot of confusion here. Definitely touched this line here. Went down this area again and turned around, okay? So I know this is going to be a troublesome area in the future. So let's go to the future. You know, on the weekly, that's all I need. I just need to know what we're doing. And as you can see right now, we are ranging, okay? We talked about the three trends in the market. You've got an uptrend or ascending like this. You've got a downtrend descending like this. And you've got ranging. So this is a perfect example for this video. So right in this area, we'll draw these weeklies, okay? Weekly support and resistance. Let's move down to the day. And this is where our candles start to get a little bit smaller. And you'll see we zoomed in quite a bit. But we're still ranging in this area, which is really neat. Now, you definitely want to get precise on the daily, okay? Because we're going to need the daily to trade every day to predict the price. Here's the thing that I see on the daily. For some reason, the price came down to this area and it has trouble. I'm just looking through. It's almost like divided. Like in this area, it just didn't want to break through here. Okay, this is just me thinking out loud. Okay, we're still gonna go through and start from top to bottom. So looking at it top to bottom. The biggest area that I see might be right here. Right here. That's a nice area. And here's why. All right, I'm going to draw this one. And I'll show you why right now. Okay. Right here, we hit this level and just changed our mind for no reason, which was really weird, okay? Later on, we were headed down and we hit this level and changed our mind and went back up, which is really, really strange, okay? And so I'm looking at those areas because you want to draw support and resistance where you see price doing like this, and you can draw your line straight through them. When you've got support on the bottom for that one, and you've got resistance at the top for this one, that's when you know this is a really troublesome area, whether it's going down or it's going up. This line is just trouble, okay? And so that's why we draw it. That's why we like that one particular area. So I'm going to mark this one. Let's go back, get our tool. Just going to right click here and go to settings. And I just want to make sure that I know that this is like the daily support. I'm just going to type sup and resistance. Support and res. All right. The color is fine. I know when I see these blue lines, I need to be careful when I'm trading in these areas around these blue lines that we're drawing. Same thing for you. So check this out. For you guys that aren't so familiar with support resistance, maybe you just bought this lesson. Let me break that down for you a little bit. Okay, so we drew our weekly line up here, our weekly line down here. So we have two of them. Anywhere that the price can't break through is an area of support resistance. At the bottom, the support is kind of like represents a shelf. Like if something was sitting on a shelf, it's not going to go through that shelf. It's going to bounce off of that thing 100 times, but it won't break through for some reason. And the resistance is like it's going up, it's moving up, but for some reason it just won't break through. It's having some resistance here at the top, and so it just heads down. Okay, and that's support and resistance in a nutshell. We're just looking for those areas where the price might change. So let's keep moving down from this line down. I see another area that's just been troublesome around here for sure because of these three. It just had a little trouble. Had some clean breaks here, but a little trouble here. Here's another spot we're just turned around right here. And guys, we don't want to draw 100 million lines, okay? I'm not trying to draw 100 million lines because at the end of the day, that's just gonna confuse me. Like, I won't be able to see my chart. You know what I mean? I won't be able to see it. So I have a couple templates here, guys. If you want to save your template, just type it here and hit save as. I named this one daily. All right, because the reason I named we're on the 1 day, and while we're charting this, so daily, and let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We're not trying to make a million lines here, just trying to find these areas that are really confusing for price. So right here we had a lot of consolidation, a lot of indecision, a lot of changing its mind. Right here it hit, turned around, hit, turned around. Right here was come down, went up, came down, went up. Right here came down, went up, came down, went up. You see what I'm saying? A lot of trouble in this area. And then even after it broke through, it came back up here and turned around. You see what I'm saying? So we know when it gets around this area, do not even put a trade in. Like, you will lose money, you know? Don't do it. Don't do it, man. I'm going to go back and label this one as well. This one's daily. I pretty much know it's support and resistance. So I'm just going to type daily there. And I just need to know that this is weekly. I try to do weekly in green so that I know, look, this is a weekly support resistance. It's strong, okay? The higher the time frame, the stronger the trend. So if you're coming up on this weekly, do not trade, do not go short right here. Do not sell. You will lose. Yeah. Or if anything, just put stops around it. You know what I mean? All right, let's get back into it. Daily, that's a super big area. I could see this one being one too. So, but you know what, guys? We're going to save that for the 4 hour. This one's probably a bigger area right here. Perfect. Why is this one darker? Let's go ahead and make it daily. It's being weird. There we go. All right, the reason I chose this one is because this has some indecision. Oh my gosh, just indecision everywhere around this line. But the big two were right here, turned around. Right here, turned around. Had indecision here, hit. Oh my gosh, just hit. It was going up and then turned around here. Then it went back up. Oh gosh, yeah, that's a super area, okay? I try to keep my charts pretty neat. You're going to see when we get to this 4 hour, though, that it doesn't always end that way. I do think I have some pretty clean charts, though. All right. And I think, so we're going to start focusing on this area since this is what's been happening as of recently. I'm going to put one right here because the price came down here, had trouble, came here, had trouble, came here, had trouble. And then one that I just cannot ignore that I'm going to put on the daily is this long one right here. It's just being weird. And we always, we try to use the wicks. We always, when we're charting, you should always use the wicks, okay? This wick is it's telling you the truth, man. The wicks tell you the truth. So I'm going to bring this down, and I'm going to be really precise with this one, okay? I can't ignore that that's there. I can't ignore that that's there. In fact, you know, let's see. Let me zoom back out. Both of these are really, really valid. I'll tell you what. Because that turnaround was so strong, we're going to turn that into a weekly line for that wick. I mean, that one was super strong. Okay. All right. So we're looking great. We're looking great. So we did the weekly, the 1 day, and let's go to the 4 hour. This is where we get specific, man. All right, so now we've kind of navigated. This has been our daily support. I'm sorry, daily resistance. It was going up, remember? Resistance. And now notice how I'm kind of focusing on the last few months here. And to be specific, I'm focusing on the last market trend. So right here, we've been ranging the whole time. That's what I'm interested in, the ranging portion of all of this. What happened within this range? Not this. I'm not looking for that descending trend. Let's see. So on the 4 hour, I'm just trying to figure out where I am. We had a couple. You're gonna zoom out so far on the 4 hour, and then you have to kind of move over. Here are that big double top we saw. And then we started just heading down, man. If you would have sold right here, geez. New car. Okay. As you can see, like even inside of this ranging section or the consolidation section of this AUD USD, it was descending and now it's not. So what I'm going to do is, to me, let me show you what I see. You know, since we're doing this is what I see. I see this price has just been going down, 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 right? I'm going to draw another one, and this is just kind of freestyling. Usually we're way more specific, but I've just been seeing the price go down, down, down. And it's been staying in this channel, just bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Matter of fact, hey, I may leave that there to show you guys this. This is what I'm saying. Inside of this ranging portion, there's still different channels of ascending, descending. You see what I mean? Descending for sure, ascending for sure. You know, and so I see this channel, and I recognize that, hey, we're ranging again. When you go into the 4 hour, now we're like, hey, man, we're ranging again. So I'm going to draw a couple lines here that are going to represent that range. Let me go back to the 4 hour before I do that. So we've just got out of that descending area, and now we're ranging again. So I'm going to draw one. Now these I'm just going to leave black because this is important. These areas are super important. Okay. Now we're starting to get into that ranging section. I'm going to delete these because we don't need lines to see that we're coming out of dissension. Okay. Now, I do want lines to show me, hey, we're ranging, because that's what's currently happening. I don't. It doesn't matter what happened 3 months ago. Right now, you know, I need these lines to be dark so that I don't miss them. All right, and there you have it. So I'm going off of this line. What I don't like about this is that it's not as pretty as it usually. Move the wrong one. As it usually is. There we go. So I like to chart with the wicks. Okay, and if you're not familiar with what wicks are, definitely check out our Forex lesson or any lesson. You can Google it real quick as well. I'm going to place this line here, and here's why. All right, so we came down to this area right here, and we have a bunch of wicks right here. I mean, a bunch, like, okay, 3. We have 3 wicks, okay, where it just couldn't make its mind up. Now, I'm not trying to find the bottom of the longest wick here. I'm not trying to find the beginning of the shortest one. I really like to place it in between, like in the middle of all of those. So this is where we get really precise. That's the middle of these wicks, okay? The center of those wicks. When you scroll over, you see that this was an area of indecision, man. You start to see what I mean. Like every time I try to drop down, it didn't. And some of these candles like really, really, really line up with it really well. Like as soon as it touched the line, it went back, you know? And that's how you know you've got a real area of support and resistance. Look at all these wicks, it just couldn't break through. Even when it did, it had wicks trying to get back too. So I'm very proud of this one. Now you've really found the range. Okay. Now, on the 4 hour, inside of these two 4 hour lines, you also have an area of indecision. We're going to start from the top down. Like this one for sure, because of this. Came here, it turned around. I'm gonna leave it there just for the video's sake. We'll take it away in a minute. For some reason, it went here a bunch of times. Here, 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 here. Yeah, that's a nice area. And now you've seen how we've gone from the weekly all the way down. Let's switch to the 1 hour. Now we're on the 1 hour. And you can see, wow, this price is really, really, really trying to stay in between these lines. Let's zoom all the way out, just to show you where we've gone in just a few minutes. We went from looking at 1994, you know, stuff that happened in the past. It is just repeating itself. Look at this area of resistance that happened years later. Wow. So what happens is we chart this pair one time, and it can last you for a very long time. You don't need to be charting these every day. You just update them. I update mine every Sunday just to look where we're at, and then I'll trade for the week. You know, you're not going to be doing this very often. In fact, I don't even edit my charts on Sunday. I just look at them. They've already been charted. Okay. So now we're on the 1 hour chart. We've worked our way all the way down. One thing that I see here is, look at this. This is definitely an area because of this. We had trouble here. This wick, this wick. So we're going to put at the top of that wick, of these two wicks. These are the highest the price will go if it goes into this area. Okay? And this is the most recent thing that happened. So I'm definitely looking at this area of resistance, because the price is right here. It could easily head back up, have some trouble. Okay. Now we're getting really specific. Okay. We can zoom in more. We're in the 1 hour. So here we have an area of support. Super support. We've got a bunch of wicks here. And we draw using wicks. Okay. I would love to do it here, but the price could still break through. This is plenty of money. Okay, I'll show you in a minute. This, you don't want to miss out on this change. Don't want to miss out on this. And none of, okay, so here's, I'm going to use this wick, and here's why. The price never, okay, the price did not close on the 1 hour. It did not close under this resistance level. These wicks do not represent that it stayed there. It never closed under this black line I just drew. Therefore, it's not valid. It's not valid. We're going to use this wick to represent all of these areas. And so now what we have, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, is we have really shown where this price has gone and where it's going. So this week, if it goes past this black line, we're out of here. The next level we might hit is this daily blue line here, and we need to start watching our trades here, monitoring our trades here. All right. If it heads south, then we know, okay, well, man, that's a lot of room. It might go down to this black line. These are the most recent lines. Now, I'm going to take these that are not right around the price, that are not closest to the price. I'm going to make them different. Why does it say weekly and it's 1 hour? All right, 1 hour. And I'm going to save this as 1 hour. Can't believe I didn't have that. All right. I don't want them to be as dark. I want the dark ones to be the ones I need to worry about right now. And I believe this was the 1 hour as well. Still a little dark. These are still a little dark. I like my darker ones to be for the higher time frames so that I know that this is important, you know. This is one that could wreck my whole life, you know. You see a dark line, you might want to close, dude, honestly. This 1 hour is darker than the weekly, so this is me just fine tuning it, but you'll find how you like to color your charts. This is how I like to do it. Okay. I believe we found this one on the daily. Okay. And I'm going to make this, I think this was the 4 hour. We saw this on either the daily or the 4 hour. I'm going to put just 4 hour support resistance. All right, and then the last thing I'm gonna do, since I'm charting here in this zone, is I'm gonna find that area. I'm gonna draw a blue box to just represent the immediate area of support and resistance, and this one's gonna be really, really easy, really, really easy, because we're at it. Okay, so we've had a lot of trouble right here where this red line is. Just so happens that the red line is there, but just this whole area, every time it gets here, you know, it has trouble. So we know, hey man, be careful around here. It's an area of support and resistance. Oh, there we go. All right. Yep. Be careful around this area, you know. And so that's what you'll see if you have our app. You'll see that that's when you see those blue boxes. Those are just representing areas where the price is changing its mind. Once you get outside of that box, let's just say it gets outside of this blue box and heads here, we know we're most likely going here. This is the next area of support and resistance. And if it gets outside the blue box on the south side, we know that it's those most likely going to go down here. You know, and inside of that, you have your market formations, your double tops, your head and shoulders, inverted, and eventually it should head here. And so what you'll see inside of our app, you'll just see me draw an arrow like this. Hey, we're going south, or an arrow like this. Hey, we're going north. So right now the market is closed. I won't draw this arrow because we're waiting on the market to open, and we'll just see, hey, are we heading up or heading down? That's when you start to throw your indicators on. Man, I sound so country when I said that. Indicators. You draw your indicators on there. RSI. I mean, there's so many. I don't want to blow your mind with all these, but that's when you draw your indicators on. And you don't have to leave them on there. I mean, look, we know this thing goes from top to bottom. We're coming from the top, heading down. We might expect it to just go down from here. You know, you never know. So you snap those indicators on, but your biggest thing is support and resistance. Hopefully these charts are clean enough to see. I mean, This one was really, 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 really simple. Really, 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 really simple. I'm gonna do one thing before I go. I feel like anyone could see this. So I'm just gonna change the color on this to be 1 hour. I think the most important one is this one's more important. So we can draw this one darker. Boom! And look what we've done. We've got a beautiful chart. We know oh my gosh. I didn't even see this before. Let me draw this for you guys. We're also in one heck of a downtrend. So, just be careful, you know. So I drew it from the wick to this wick, and it might, if it continues down, it'll bounce off of here and go all the way south to this line. So you guys can see how this could be helpful. I'll do more webinars to show you exactly what I see in the markets and how we come up with these charts. They're not perfect. They are subjective. You'll have different traders show different charts, but the only thing that matters is that you are charting correctly. You're charting right. Just go blue every day. Go blue, go green, make money, go to the bank, and go have fun. Make money, create freedom, and have fun. All right, M2 Millionaires, if you have any questions, feel free to DM me, reach out to me on Instagram. Send me an email. My email is quentin@m2millionaires.com. Also, we call the phone number. We have people that are there to help you. And make sure you get the entire course if you don't have it already. It's on sale right now. It is on sale right now. That's all I'm going to say. It's on sale right now. Make sure you get that so that you can make some money this year. Let's make it happen. It's Quentin B. Smith out. Peace.